Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to talk about RDD shuffle. So let's take a look on the definition. A shuffle in Spark is the process of redistributing data across partitions, often triggered by the operations like reduceByKey, groupByKey, or join. So why shuffle happens? When data with the same key is located in a different partition, Spark must move this together to perform actions like aggregation or grouping. This movement of data is called the shuffle. So here are the internal steps. So let's say we are performing a reduceByKey. So the very first step will be each partition computes partial results. Second step, data is shuffled, moved across the cluster so that all values for the same key end up in the same partition. And then a final step will be final aggregation is applied. So here are some important notes for performance related. Shuffle operations are expensive and they involve disk I/O, network I/O, and serialization. To optimize, consider adjusting a spark.sql.shuffle.partition and default is 200. Now, will you adjust every time? So depend upon your situation. If you have a small data set, then you will be making it small partitions because you don't want to create a large number of partitions and then not use it. But if you have a large size data, and then in that case default is fine as it need for the parallelism. Now let's go ahead and take a look on our data here. So we have this key pair values here. So we have Amir, and then we have 100 here, and then we have Ali and 200 and all those values. Here I'm creating a pair RDD and the spark.spark context and parallelize and data. So this is going to create my pair RDD. Now once our pair RDD is created, we can apply reduceByKey. And here it triggers the shuffle because remember that we have seen that what steps it take. So each partition computes partial results, then data is shuffle move across the cluster so the values for the same key end up in the same partition and final aggregation is applied. So these all three steps has to be applied. So this is going to trigger shuffle. So here I have a new RDD called reduce and pair RDD reduce by keys, and we are saying lambda a b is equal to a plus b. So then we are adding the values for that key, and here we are going to print that. So I'm going to go ahead and execute this part and show you our results. So you can't really see under the hood right now what's happening, but we have applied a reduceByKey here, and we can see that Amir and 400 and we have values. So these values are added. There are two values for Amir, and there was 100 and 300. Those are added as we applied reduceByKey, and our action was a plus b. That means add the values. Now if you are performing groupByKey also trigger the shuffle. So you have grouped and pair RDD, that's our original data RDD that we created here, and we use the groupByKeys. So it's going to group the values. For Amir we will have 100 and 300. So let's execute that one, and I will show you the values here. And you can see that now it is grouped by the key, and the key is Amir here, and we can see that there are two values for Amir, the other key is Ali, and there are two values, and for Raza there was one value. So this also trigger the shuffle. So here show current shuffle partition setting as spark.config.get spark.sql shuffle.partition. So if I run this one, what's going to happen is going to show me the total partition. The default is 200, as we can always go ahead and reduce. Let's say if I want to go and change to it, so I can say spark.config.set spark SQL shuffle partition, and then change to 10. So it's my choice. If I want to do that, I can run this code, and now it is reduced to 10. So if we have a small data set that you are working on, it's okay to have a small shuffle partitions. But if you have a large amount of data, and then just leave as is, and it will be working just fine. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.